coming out and trying to make you people understand what we have to do in this struggle. As often as I have done that, as often as many of you have instead used those occasions to tell lies, go after others, start throwing insults, and use it as a means to canvass for more fundings to deceive the people. Yesterday, we had a meeting of the APLM and SOCADEF in the morning. And in the course of that meeting, we were aware that our position has been attacked around Ekiliwindi. We have often said that the moment La République du Cameroon attack our position, we will hit them as hard as possible. But the reason I came out here to speak to you people is not specifically on what happened around Ekiliwindi yesterday. It is on this level of madness that has been going on for quite a while every time there is an action that takes place on the ground. I am not surprised, but I'm deeply, deeply disappointed with Joshua Carr, my younger man, and a host of others who took the same position that he took out there for more than 24 hours. I am not disappointed because of what they are writing, which of course is not true. I am disappointed because time and time again, some of these young men with good intentions have decided to go out there and say things which are not true and which are not helpful to this struggle. And at times you need to ask yourself, what do people gain in doing these things? Because you can't be doing something when there is no benefit in it. It doesn't benefit the struggle. Therefore, what benefit do you as an individual have in doing these things? That you find young men, they will go out there and take a risk, a real risk for the defense of the homeland. Only for some others to go out there, not to congratulate them for what they have done, not to thank them for putting their lives at risk and going after the only enemy that you and me have, which is La République du Cameroon. But for them to first try to claim responsibility for what they don't know, second to justify it on the basis of assumption, oh, we are the only ones who have this technology. You guys do not have it. How do you claim that you are the one that have done this? In fact, the type of stuff that you expect the enemy to come out, for La République to come out and refute and say that no, they were not attacked. Nothing happened to them. They did not lost any of their military people. They did not have any of their military trucks destroyed. They did not have any pickup van destroyed. You find our own people go online. First, they want to claim responsibility for something they have no knowledge about. Second, their argument is, we are the ones who have this technology, as if it is a technology that was made within the box and confines of the brains of everybody who is an IGist. We are the only ones who have this technology. Therefore, we are the only ones who must have carried it out. What is really wrong with us? Because the question is, Mr. Carr, like others, go out and justify that they have that technology. If APL or SOCADEF was having it, why did they not use it before? This is exactly why I said we are where we are today, where the Germans are a little bit crazy with us. And then there are people in La République du Cameroon that are thinking that they have already won the war they declared on us because of some of these very stupid and uncontrollable utterances that people are making. What will Sokadev gain to say we carry out this act? We did not tell you people to contribute money to us. Did we? Did you see that after the video, there was any message out there for a GoFundMe or for some monies that give us money so that we can continue doing this? Did we do that? When was the last time we ever did that? How many of you have contributed to us? So that is the question you need to ask yourself. Because if somebody is doing something, it is because you want to benefit something from it. The only reason we have to put out this video after contemplating is to inform the rest of the world and La République du Cameroon that the real war is just about to begin. That is our goal. Our goal was not to get into competition with some other group, whatever they're doing on the ground. And Mr. JK is right. They might have that technology. But let me tell him something. And this message should go to each one of you who is thinking like him out there. You see, in my house here, I have a television. It's called Vizio. Okay? This is what is in front of me, where Real Madrid is playing Getafe. It's a smart TV. Okay? It's Vizio Smart TV. But this is smart TV with inbuilt apps in it. Smart TV with inbuilt app in it. When I bought it as smart TV. My internet in my house goes to it. I can watch Netflix and the rest. But the type of smart TV that I have is the one with apps built in it. It doesn't update. Okay? The new Vizio that you have now is the one where the apps are not built in it. It is just like the apps you might have on your Techno phone or your iPhone, where the apps can keep updating, new apps can come and you can upload them on your TV. So in other words, what Mr. JK is saying, that the IG already had that technology, is like this my old Vizio. This Vizio, which is a smart TV. So yes, they have that app. They have this type of Vizio that I have. But the one Sokadev is now operating is the new Vizio, the new Samsung, the new LG. That is what we have. Because in reality, when you make this phone, if a new one is going to be made, it will be upgraded. That is what they call technological development. So you don't stop people from making a new phone that will be upgraded than this one because you already have this phone. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. We are open to every fighting group on ground zero that is fighting against La République to come learn this technology from us. We will teach them free of charge. As long as it will be used to fight La République du Cameroon, we will teach them the technology. Because I don't get it. I really don't understand it. The reason I'm taking time to explain this is because time and time again, our brothers and sisters have used the risk, the sweating, the difficulties of other young men and women on the ground to justify the embezzlement of the funds people have given to them, or to justify collecting more money from people. That is the problem. That is the problem. You cannot hold Sokadev at fault because we are not asking you anything. Because we know very well that you can't fight a guerrilla warfare in that manner. You will fail. You are bound to fail. You are bound to fail. In December, we dispatched a Sokadev unit from Meme to Fako. And when the Sokadev unit arrived at Fako, they met 2 groups of mountain lions plus 1 Sokadev group. None of them have equipment enough to carry out the action which was meant for Victoria and Boya, to make sure that football competition that was taking place should not hold. the Sokadev unit picked a few persons from the Mountain Lions link up to IG to take them to Boya. And because of the overwhelming force of the action in Boya, and because we discovered that we were thinking we are coming to meet a well-prepared Mountain Lions locked up with the Sokadev in Fako so that we can storm Boya and Victoria and end that madness, we came there, we met a team of very unprepared people. They had nothing to show for. So we instead have to supply to them. Took them to Boya, fought for 2 days. And the teams that were being housed around Mountain Hotel in Boya, La République ran to Victoria with all of these teams. We couldn't invade Victoria because we were short of resources. Fako failed us. Yet, what did we do? When we met this team, we gave them equipment which was used in Victoria. When you people heard there was a knockout in Victoria, no, it came from Sokadev. It wasn't carried out by Sokadev units. It was carried out by units linked up to IG. But we provided them the know-how because we are fighting the same fight. We gave them the equipment, we explained to them how to do it, they took it to Victoria and they used it. And then there were people in the IG who were claiming this responsibility without spending a dime and knowing how risky this mission was carried out. By the time they were carrying out whether they call it war draft or what, I wasn't in the Western Hemisphere. I was in the continent. I was running all of these things from the continent. That is where I was running it from. You gave your monies to them. You didn't give it to Sokadev or APLM. Yet it is our homeland. All of us need that homeland to be free. We went to that homeland, went from Meme to Fako, and we went to do what they were supposed to do. Instead of them calling us for backup, we went and asked them, a few of them, to join us to go to Boya and Victoria. We didn't go to Victoria. We dispatched the items that we have to give to them to go carry out the action they carried in Victoria. And then today somebody is telling me that, oh, if you had this equipment or this technology, why didn't you use it before? You are making a big mistake. I said something the last time I spoke. I said we are going to witness an ocean of blood. And it is coming. I am not joking. The battle for the liberation of Ambazonia has changed. We do not talk, we act. There were groups that came on ground zero and said they have RPG. They never used it. But La République heard from us. Because every equipment we buy is for the defense of our homeland. And the only reason why we are succeeding is because we have come to the conclusion that we cannot fight this war on Facebook and WhatsApp. It is not a propaganda stuff. We can't do that and succeed. We can't. Imagine if we were preparing this technology and then we took the videos and come and put it out there to tell La République that we already have this technology. What would be the benefit? Let your enemy feel your impact with what you do, not what you say. And that is what La République got yesterday. We have advanced that technology to the highest level. Mr. JK and all those who think like you. And you do not have monopoly to it. Neither do Sokadev have monopoly to it. Others might go and advance it again, even more than the way Sokadev has advanced it. But for now, we are at that top echelon. We are at the echelon. We are top. We are up there when it comes to this particular technological know-how. And we are prepared to share it with whosoever. We are prepared. We liaise on the ground with IG groups. We do not do what some of you people do on Facebook. I have asked every Sokadevian that any guerrilla unit on ground zero that is willing to collaborate and work with you, work with them. Forget about all the noise that is out here. Otherwise, there will never be a homeland. There will never be a homeland. We would have made the situation worse than the way we met it. We are crying about what La République has done to us. If we are not careful, we will be leaving that homeland far worse than what it was that we started complaining. And rightfully so. Because of all this madness, where people want to justify things they have no knowledge about. If you have taken monies from the people, please use it judiciously to defend the people. Don't wait for any other group to take action and you claim responsibility. You don't do that. Can any one of you show us where Sokadev has gone to claim responsibility where we have no knowledge about? You will hear that, oh, 3 La République terrorists were slaughtered in Mankong. Oh, this one happened here. We will never go and claim responsibility where, 1, we might not even be existing there. 2, we have no knowledge about. If we go out to talk, we can only go to congratulate those who carry out that action. If we can't congratulate them, we shut our mouth. We seal our lips. We don't do anything that will work to the benefit of the enemy. We don't do that. What we have, if we tell you how we got that technology, there's going to be a serious diplomatic row. This is just a signal, if you hear what I'm saying. If you know how we got that, we didn't get it from Ambazonians. We didn't. Not even those who have been in the US military or some other militaries. No. If we tell you, there will be a serious diplomatic row. And we are not ready to talk. And we will never talk. You need, as a guerrilla fighter, for the enemy to feel you rather than to hear you by talking. Let the enemy not even know what your instruments are because they have the capacity to counter it. You don't. We cannot develop a system where if we are going to make a big gun, the first thing we do is we take a video of that gun, we put it out there and tell the enemy we have produced this big gun. That is act of stupidity. It's stupidity. Let that big gun serve the purpose it is meant for. And the enemy will be asking themselves, what the hell hit us like that? The strength of guerrilla warfare is invincibility. I have said this time and time again. You guys don't want to listen. It has become like a charity organization. It is invincibility. That is your only way to bring down your enemy. We might never have the capacity that they have. But the one that we have, they will never have it. Because guerrilla warfare is unique of its own. It's unique. It is not how much you have been trained conventionally. Guerrilla warfare is unique. So this idea of someone going online to say, when it comes to diplomacy, I know I can give it to Dr. Akwanga. When it comes to AK-47, I can give it to Dr. Akwanga. No. AK-47 stands for war effort. AK-47 that I used to ask our people to get. I was not just telling them to buy AK-47 as a particular mark of a gun. I was telling them to get every instrument that is necessary to prepare for war. Because the only way the world can listen to us is by going to war against those who have declared war on us. That is the reason and the meaning of AK-47. Because some of you are so, your brain is so cloaked. You don't want to reason out of the box. AK-47 is the mark of a gun. It is a war machinery. It was used as a symbol to symbolize that the only way we can free ourselves is not by marching with peace leaves or writing lengthy stuffs and sent to the UN or wherever, or marching in Washington, D.C., in France and London, or going to the House of Commons, the Senate and the Congress. It is by picking up arms. Because we live in a world, unfortunately, that when people don't die and die in their numbers, nobody gives a damn. This is a well of interest. Nobody gives a damn. You can complain as much as you want. There are other people who have problems around the world. Their problems might even be better or worse than ours. So we need the world to know we have a problem. That is what I meant. So for you to say, Dr. Kwanga is expert in diplomacy, if it is AK-47, you give it to him. When it comes to, no. We are saying that we are at a different stage of this war. That is what we have said. Do you know when the United States produced the A-bomb? The atomic bomb. The only reason the US used that bomb was to facilitate the end of the war in Southeast Asia. Because if those two bombs were not dropped at Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Japan wouldn't have surrendered. That war would have gone on for a very long time. Those of you who don't know Japanese history, there is something they call the cult of the Bushido. The cult of the Bushido means the way of the warrior. Every Japanese is a warrior. It is not what you watch in Chinese films. Every Japanese is a warrior. It's a culture in Japan. Just give Japan the possibility to arm fully, and you'll see what will happen in this world. Japanese are warriors all through their history. But when these bombs were dropped at Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the cult of the Bushido came to the realization that they can't joke with this. We must take this war to a level where those within La République du Cameroon who think that they have won this war will come to the realization that they are far mistaken. If you are going to get Yaoundé to sit on the table and negotiate with the people of Ambazonia for a comprehensive negotiated settlement, you must hate them so much that they themselves will come to the realization that the war efforts have changed. You won't hate them by arguing with one another. You won't hate them by lying. You can only hate them in the battlefield. We have never come out to claim responsibility for something we have no knowledge about. On one or two occasions, we have congratulated those who have performed. You guys can go out there and spend your time attacking Sokadev. I've told you people, Sokadev is a spirit. We are a spirit. Not a single Sokadevian has been killed on the battlefield and La République carried the corpse of that Sokadevian to molest it, to take it to Kumba or somewhere else. Not one. Do you think Sokadevians have not been killed? No. We have been killed. Our general of army, Simba Andrungoy, was killed. And I can assure you that Andrungoy was killed with the connivance of some Ambazonian fighters. I don't want to call that group, they know themselves. La République wanted to pick him up. We decided to empty all the bullets we had because we decided that we will fight like the Americans. Not a single soldier, not a single fighter, alive or death, will be left at the battlefield. We did what was possible. We took his corpse away. We gave him the burial he deserved. Our general of army, Machine, was equally killed. We took his corpse. We took him. He didn't die on the battlefield. Because of lack of first aid, he stayed for more than 12 hours. And then he gave up the ghost. We have lost young men who have given their life for this struggle. But not one was picked up. You know what I'm talking about? Because you guys have come into this struggle with oversabi. Some of you think that because you have been in the US military, you know everything. Eh? You think you know everything. You are trying to run young men on the ground who will not even listen to your advice. And La République will either kill them in the house of a woman or kill them somewhere and carry their corpse to molest it. Show me one Sokadevian. Show me one. Because you guys have refused to listen. You don't care whether I say the right thing. As long as it is Dr. Kwanga, we will not listen. Let people's children be killed. As somebody said, if he has the best technique and strategy to free us, we are better prefer that La République continue to dominate us. That is the type of mentality that some of you people have. Instead of you to come out and clap, just imagine that, say that IG has that technology, and then Sokadev too has acquired it. Instead of you to come and clap, Oh, thank God, Sokadev too has acquired this technology. Now most of us now have it. We will teach La Republique a lesson. You go out and you start passing out sanctimonious trivialities, arguing that it's not Sokadev, it's IG. What pictures do you have apart from the video I put online? What pictures do you have? What videos do you have? Because the only reason, Mr. JK, you can go out and argue like this is to justify what has been done with the money you people collected for war draft. Because without that, what would be the justification? You don't have a quarrel with Sokadev. We are collaborating with IG groups on the ground, even the ones that have attacked our own people. We don't attack them. Do you think it's above us to attack the groups on the ground? No. It doesn't serve a purpose. It doesn't serve a purpose for us to go fighting other Ambazonian units. But that does not mean if they come into our fief and attack us, we'll spare them. No, it doesn't. I feel so disillusioned at times. For me to come sit here and maybe I have to say something else to my people to make them understand what is going on. You made me to come here to take a position which is not what I'm supposed to do. What do you benefit? What do you benefit? To claim responsibility for something you have no knowledge about. When you people declare ghost town, we implement ghost town. We have never declared one, neither have we quarreled with you people. But what do you people do? If you are not quarreling with AGC, AGC is quarreling with you people on when there should be ghost town. That is how you guys have been running this struggle. Now you carry out an action which is successful, you claim responsibility. You have no knowledge. No knowledge at all. Instead of you turning to us behind the scene to say, please, doctor, this is a good technology. Maybe we have a similar one. It might not be the same thing. Is it possible for you to make sure that our own boys who are fighting can be taught this same technology? And we will do that happily. Is it not one land that we want to free? Because if it is not something that has to do with money, what will be your justification to go and you are debating and arguing on something you have no knowledge about? What will be the justification? This has been going on and on and on in this struggle. On and on and on. And it doesn't seem as if it is going to stop anytime soon. On and on and on. You have people on the ground, they have no weapons. You give them nothing. If you say you are running Sokadev, Mr. Carr, go and ask the mountain lions that are in Fako what Sokadev have done to them from December up to now. Go and ask them. Go and ask them. I am not missing words. I don't want to go into words. Ask them what we Sokadev have done for them as our fighting brothers and sisters on the ground. Even when they have attacked our communication secretary and shot his 2 legs. Ask Sagat and his team. They will tell you. We do not go out and hit our chest. Because the only time we really need to pound our chest, we can even begin pounding it when the negotiation process actually begins. We can go further to pound it if we actually achieve something remarkable for our people and homeland. So my advice is simple. Don't justify things you have no knowledge about because you have collected monies to do those things and you don't do them. We are not going to hold you responsible because we do not give our money to you. But don't claim what we have done and that you can't stop us from doing. Better prepare yourself, because if your goal is to take responsibility, what is going to happen? Some of you might even refuse that. You have never belonged to this struggle. I'm saying this, I'm not joking. What is going to happen? Some of you will say, no, I am not a party to this. I left it long ago. Because you are good in claiming responsibility. It is some of those responsibilities that will be the bone that will get stuck on your neck. As an individual and as a group. This is too much. It's too much. We need to get ground zero as hot as possible. You see this? This is red. we need to make sure that we don't tell our people to stay indoors. Our actions on ground zero keeps them indoors permanently until we achieve what we want. By our ability to even go out and congratulate one another, it tells the international community how matured we have become. Because there is no sign of maturity in the things that some of you people are doing out there. You don't say thank you, comrades. You go out to claim responsibility, to hide your weakness. The world is watching. So why are you going to claim that the Germans said that this is an internal issue when you have not proven to them that you are matured enough, that you can go past all of this madness, this propaganda, this empty propaganda? At least Joseph Goebbels was better. He was doing better propaganda for the Nazis, as much as he was murdering fellow humans and killing them. So where is your own propaganda taking you people to? I don't compete with any one of you. I've told you people, you might like me, you don't like me. When it comes to issue of self-defense, you are not going to beat me. You will not. Because the day before I open my mouth to talk about self-defense, it is what I have put my entire life for. It is because of self-defense that Pa Muna, Pa Foncha, led Dr. Yombang and others described me and the youth league at that time as exuberant youth. Because I told them, if we are not prepared for war, we should never prepare ourselves for a separate homeland. Everybody is fighting today. So you thought I was just saying it because I did not know what exactly I want or how it has to be prosecuted? I can't keep you people out of it. I can't tell you people stay out of this and give me 6 months backing to do the self-defense, to liberate homeland. I can't do that because it's not going to work. Some of you people are eating behind self-defense because you are using it to collect money. So it's not going to work. If I say it, I'll be wasting my time. You can't stop it. You can't let me do the right thing. Because if you let me do the right thing, you will not collect money. You will not. You need the money for whatever you are doing with it. Only you and your God knows. But even after you take the money from the people, allow us do our job. If it is where we know we have done something, let us take our responsibility. The day you do your own, take your responsibility. That is the way it works. That is the way it works. A few days ago, some of you people heard somebody wrote on Facebook that there were some traditional councillors that were picked up somewhere around Kiliwindi. Yes. The would-be fun of the Bafor people sent out his secretary and some other members of the Bafor clan. They came to our fief without authorization. We got them arrested. There were 3 of them. I have all of them in video here. We never made a single statement online. We arrested 3 of them. We said nothing. We kept them. We wanted to know why they were in our home, in our area. They sent in more than 12 again. We arrested them. Somebody went online and said, oh, an Ambazonian group has arrested or kidnapped. Nobody was kidnapped. Maybe some of you people don't even understand this simple English language because La République du Cameroon and their franc-anglais has made your brain so mixed up. You can't identify what is kidnapping and what is arrest. We arrested them. They were in our land, in our territory. We never made a single comment. After we have done all our investigations, asked them what they were doing in our area, who sent them, and to know exactly why they were there, we released them. We kept them for days. That is how formidable guerrilla movements operate. It's not propaganda. It's not. That is how you operate. For the good of the people and the struggle. That is how you operate. That is how you work. We didn't ask them to pay us ransom. And we made it clear to them. In times like this, you do not need to make a big party to install a new paramount chief for the Bafo people. You can have that paramount chief who is already a successor to the one who has died. This incident took place before Mukete died. More than a week before he died. We had those people in our custody. That is the way we work. Because this thing is not a joke. Something that people's children are dying. That fellow human beings are dying and are killing one another is not a joke. It's not a joke. This is war, my people. This is war. It is not a joke. And you don't need to carry bullets to kill innocent people, because some of the things some of you people say online here, you are killing innocent people without carrying bullets. I know situations where individuals have prepared to carry out knockout. They arrested them and kept them somewhere. And they were forced that if the operation they want to carry, they do not claim that they were doing it on behalf of the IG. They will not let them go. The people who were running those operations gave up. They agreed that they were doing it on behalf of the IG. Simply because the IG was holding these people. Did those operations continue? It failed. You find young men who will carry knockout on bikes. Bikes. They are moving on potholes. Knockout will explode. Kill them on bikes. They catch the other one. Because they have leadership who are imbu. They have no knowledge about guerrilla warfare. They are seeing two things. They see money and they see boya. They are not seeing the obstacles to reach boya and how to clear that obstacle so that they get to boya. Money and boya. But one thing is certain. You can continue deceiving the people to have that money, but you will never get boya with this attitude. It will never come. Because no matter what we do of Sokadev, no matter how much we sacrifice, the mess you people are making is causing a lot of havoc. That's the reality. It's causing a lot of havoc. So we do not try to collaborate with some of you people because you think we can't do it alone. It is because it is the only way we can deal with you people. If I was in the bush with somebody like you, Comrade JK, and others talking like that, I would have solved the problem. Because I would definitely have got a pistol. I would have searched where you are and solved that problem once and for all. But I can't do anything. I can only chastise you out here because this is where you came and spoke. If you came to me directly and you asked me questions, I would have responded to you. I'm only here because the lies and the stuff you people throw out there, I don't know the thousands or millions of Ambazonians who might have read it and even start believing in those lies and start giving more money for a project which is not yielding anything. I've never stopped people from giving money to any individual group. It's not my concern. If you give your money, it's your money. But I'm saying, what we do not claim responsibility. Don't use us to justify what you have done with the money you collected. That is my issue. I don't have any problem with you collecting money or people giving it to you. Don't use us. Because we do not do these things to tell people that come and contribute for us. We do not. We know who our people are. Some of you people, even your money is cursed. You can even give money to Sokadev. We give that money to our boys on the ground and they start dying because some of you are cursed. You are cursed. That is the way you operate. So this type of stupidity, this type of madness has to stop. It has to stop because it's not serving any purpose. If you don't want to stop it, then stop fighting for Ambazonia. Stop fighting for a homeland. Because at this stage, I don't see us having that homeland. No matter how much we escalate the war. That you are not congratulating us, trying to learn the technique that you say we have. You are going out to bash us. Some are even saying that, oh, we arrange with La République so that they will bring a truck and then we blow it up. God forbid. I've never seen... Some of you people, I don't know where you come from. You are not even from the pit of hell. Eh? If there was a real competition between Lucifer and some of you people, Lucifer will be right behind there. You guys are at the top. You've beaten Lucifer's record. You are wicked. You are more than witches and wizards that move in the night and during the day. You are so wicked to our people that you don't even care about them. But the good thing is, you are so pretentious that when you talk to them, you try to convince them, you give them the impression that you are fighting for them. You are not fighting for them. You are fighting to destroy them. But even if you don't stop, you will not escape from karma. You will not escape. And some of you are people. What is also wrong with you people? Can't you learn your lesson? Can't you learn your lesson? Do you think if I take smoked fish, mbonga, or what we call mulolo, or munyanya, I give it to a rat to keep? Do I have the right to come and complain that when I went to get the smoked fish to come and cook maybe my ekwang, or make my kwakoko Bible, or my eru, then I will be complaining that I can't find the fish because the rat has eaten it? Do you think that makes me look intelligent? No. The rat is smarter than me. It is me who is stupid. Because I know what the rat will do with it. I gave it to the rat. So stop complaining. Stop complaining. You don't give money and then you come again and you don't see anything. You keep saying that. Bring justification. Have they beaten you? Is there anybody in IG that have tied you a rope that come and give us money? Those of you who move around and say, come and tell us what you did with the money. Did they tie you a rope? Did they? It is just like people who come online here in the US where they're advertising all types of medications. They advertise this, advertise that, advertise that. If you go and buy the wrong medication, it's your business. You will not say that they deceive you through the advertisement. That's foolishness. So it is you who give your money who is stupid. And stop complaining. I gave my money, what have you people done with it, and the rest? You still go back and give the money. And they wait for Sokadev to take action and then they justify it. The one who want to talk, they go and make audios. They start throwing insults. Oh, who is Akwanga? Akwanga. So there is even one who calls me Petit Frere. I don't know why Petit Frere is an English word or what. Petit Frere, that you way you do so. That is how much La République have destroyed our people. I don't know what is going on. Some of you even, there are some in China, they are pretending that they are AGCist. But I doubt whether they have ever contributed one dime to ADF. Their own ADF and AGC is on WeChat, where they have forums there. They go there and write all types of rubbish. That's what they do. These are the type of people who are causing chaos in this struggle. They don't put a dime. It's easy for anybody to have airtime. They put data. They come online and they start talking. Some of you people, by the time you finish watching Akwanga, you hear, oh, JK is online. You jump to watch JK. Oh, JK is not online. I want to watch Eric. Oh, this one is online. You are watching one person to another. You even get confused. You don't even know what you want. That is what you guys are doing. You really don't know what you want. Maybe that is even what is delaying this freedom. Because the vast majority of you people don't know what you want. If I write the letter A, some of you people will not even know. You will see it, you cannot pronounce it. You are all over the place, you are confused. What do you want? If you say I want freedom, how do you want to achieve that freedom? How do you want to achieve it? So Kadem might not be perfect. We have our own errors. There are times we go for operations, it might go wrong. But we know how to adjust it. That is a guerrilla movement. We fight in units. We don't fight in large groups. And when you are in a guerrilla warfare, you change your system. We used to send out press releases. We have moved to a different level. That is what you do. When you are fighting, you always leave your last know-how at the back. So that when you begin hitting your enemy will now realize that you have advanced. You have advanced. And they have to either catch up with you or they sit down with you and talk. That is what you do. Did I not announce to you people that an ocean of blood is coming? Did I not tell you people that things are going to change? And when it started changing, the first people who are complaining is not La République. It is you. Some of you say you are Ambazonians. You are the first who is panicking. You are panicking that maybe freedom is coming. Hey, maybe Dr. Kwanga has got something new with his people. They might do like this if freedom will come. Hey, no, we don't want this freedom. We don't want it. Is that why you guys are panicking? Is that why? No, you can't do that. You can't do that. Some of these things, you guys are succeeding because people know what you guys are doing, and then they let you people continue to do it. You get away with it. I would have just stayed me quiet. Somebody came online and said, hey, you are saying that you people did it. JK is saying that they did it. Why are you guys bringing all this confusion? What are you calling confusion? This is the way Ambazonians are. You stay somewhere, somebody come and attack you in your house, and then you say they were two fighting. Do you know what they call two fighting? This is the problem we have. This is the problem. We see money, we see Boya. But the obstacles that are in front of each one of us to get to Boya, we behave as if those obstacles are not there. And therefore, we are not working as hard as possible to clear those obstacles. What are we doing? We are piling more obstacles. The more obstacles we pile, the more we'll have the capacity to deceive the people to collect more money. Because we tell them, if you don't do this, you don't do that, it will be bad. We get more money. We don't justify. It is like, they used to say that there are people who put something in their mouth. When they speak, their language is sweet. So they keep deceiving people, they keep giving money. They put something in their mouth. So as they're speaking, you are just saying yes. There are some of our brothers and sisters, they do this thing when they go to court. When they're going to court to talk in court, maybe they have caught them for something, they put something in their mouth. So everything they say is sweet in the ears of the judge. We don't have trial by jury. And the judge will just fall for it. And even if the state has an advantage, they might just decide and say, okay, we are just giving you this, go home. Is that what is happening in this struggle? If you people have the African power where you have sweet stuff in your mouth, why can't you use that sweet stuff in your mouth to convince La République to come to the table? So that we can settle this matter. Our kids can go back to school, better schools under a better educational system. We can run our own administration without any difficulties. We can create our own full army, our own police. We can build up our institutions. We can show respect to our traditional rulers as it is meant to be based on our culture. We can allow our pastors, our evangelists, our priests to preach without fear that they are going to be arrested, where they will actually become servants of God, not servants of fear, because they don't want to speak the truth. Why can't we do this? Why can't we? Now we are even buying francophones, people from La République du Cameroon, to go out and even carry out attack on other Ambazonians. The other day I heard one young man who used to talk on Facebook. He was trying to justify to us how the only reason why Comrade Ayaba and Nnamdi Kanu went online was because there was a meeting somewhere in Yaoundé in which money changed hands. And Yaoundé told Comrade Ayaba that, go and have this meeting. Okay, have this meeting. Based on that suitcase of money that Bankwi and Eko gave you. And also they gave to Akwanga. That is it. You all know that lies easily move very fast. That is how he gave it. And then the next thing, to smoothen the lie, what did he say? He said that, hey, you see, France have said that. He was speaking in French. France have told La République that you cannot win this war. You must enter into a negotiation. Oh, this is to prove to you that the IG under Dr. Ikome Sako has won diplomatically. Does the IG talk to France? Do they? Because I know that among all Ambazonian leaders, I am the only one who communicates with the government of France. I communicate with them. Because I know we will never solve this problem if France is not deeply involved. Comrade Bo Ntumfoin can bear witness. I don't hide it. That I will do whatever it takes to free my homeland and to free my people. I will take permission from nobody. As long as everyone in the APLM and SOCADEF is okay with what I'm doing, I will continue to do it. Why did I not go out and say, oh, it's because I'm discussing with France, based on the pressure I'm putting on them. That is why they are not telling La République this. That is when I knew that all of these things are paid stuff. Liars. That is what they do. They go online, they tell lies, they do this, they do that. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. Every group or entity is doing its own level of diplomacy. How they do it, only they themselves knows. If it works to the benefit of our people, that is fine. You don't go out to soil the names of others because you want to claim that you were doing diplomacy. You don't do that. You do not. I'm not an expert in theology as much as I am a liberation theologist. That is what I believe in. But you will not come and you want to teach me diplomacy. You will not. Let me be frank to you people. I will say it here. It's going to hurt some of you people, especially those of you, my brothers and sisters in the IG, in particular. Because I've been working with you people, it will hurt you people. But let me say it. None of you can beat me when it comes to issues of diplomacy. It is not because some of you do not carry out diplomatic acts or don't have diplomatic knowledge. It is that when you have stayed for so long in something, your knowledge becomes sharpened by wisdom. That is point one. You guys can't beat me. Neither are you going to beat APLM with that. None of you are going to beat us or beat me when it comes to fighting on the ground with the knowledge we have. Because we did not enter into this thing like a joke. You will continue to do your own part and will continue to appreciate it. You will not beat us when it comes to know-how. There is only one thing that you guys can beat us. And for that one, I carry your back. You guys know how to remove monies from people's pockets. We don't know. You know how you can tell people to give money. Even when they give it, they are grumbling, they are complaining, you will still come back and bring something new that they will still give more money. For that one, you are above us. We are not even closer to you. No way. You beat us by far. You can collect money from the people. Maybe it's a gift. Who knows? Who knows? It might be a gift. Wherever the gift came from. But you will not tell us that you beat us in diplomacy or you beat us on issue of self-defense. You are not going to. But that does not mean that the part that you are playing on the ground, if at all you are playing a part, is not important. These are two different things. So just hold your line and allow us hold our own line. Hold your line. Let us hold our own line. We will not cross on your own line. We can only help you to make your own line stronger. But we will not let you cross on our own line with the attempt or the intention to weaken it. We will crush you if you try. I repeat, if you try, we will crush you. We will treat you in the same way we treat La République du Cameroon. I might be angry and disappointed with JK. And some of you who have gone out and be throwing out all of this nonsense. But SOCADEF will continue to collaborate with guerrilla units that belong to IG or belong to any other fighting force on the ground, as long as we think they are fighting for our homeland. You can ask. Ask the chairman, Fondian, at this particular moment. The chairman, Pastor Edwin Mekenya Kamara. Ask him. He saw the technology, JK. He saw it. He's my son. He's a Sokadefian inside his blood. He didn't know me today. He knew me in GHS in Victoria. He was my small in school. Ask him. Or you ask Mola Sako. Mola Sako knows that's my son. He's the one shaping Dian, where he comes from. Dian which has been messed up by young men who don't know their left and right. Some of them. Controlled by some of you people. Ask him. Just go and find out about that technology. The one you are claiming that you people have the prerogative. You are the only ones who run it and you control it. No other people can do it. But I know that these things have been happening long time ago. Even in Bamenda and elsewhere. The only problem is the technology changes every day. And that is what we have done. We have modernized it. And we want to take it to a different level even as we are going forward. Because we must make sure that La République du Cameroon pay heavily for what they have done to our homeland and our people. Because if they don't pay enough, no matter what we do, there will be no possibility for a comprehensive negotiated settlement. After all, they say we are fighting in our own land. They don't care destroying our entire land. Okay? They don't care. They can do anything. They can destroy the whole place. They can let the war effort continue. And they will continue breathing in Yaoundé and doing the stuff that they are doing. You can't come online and you expect anyone who is really fighting for our homeland to come and tell you or show you that technology. I have advised every movement, every unit on ground zero. Any technology you discover new, don't let the enemy see it. Let the enemy know you have that power, you have that quality by using it on them. That is the only language that you let the enemy know what you have. It is not on Facebook. Because by the time you show it, the enemy begins to look at it, will know even what the equipment is, might even know the way you might use it, and they might start finding a means around it. And by so doing, you have been defeated. That is the way it works. So you must develop that ability to be as secretive as possible. I'm repeating. The only way towards victory is going to be how hard we hit La République du Cameroon and how secretive and tight we are as a unit. You don't need large forces. You need guerrilla units of five people. You take a guerrilla unit of 20 and split it. 5. That's what I mean. 5. The other 5, the other way, they know what is happening. The other 5 know what is happening. The other 5 know what is happening. And it is only when your high command feels comfortable that they can produce what you have done to the general public and the rest of the world. It is not every action you take that will be out there. Not every action. That is the way you fight. We need to hear our enemy mourning. We need to hear our enemy crying. We need to see La République du Cameroon scratching their head and saying, what have we brought upon ourselves? When an action takes place by a guerrilla unit fighting for the homeland, it is not us who should be the ones trying to justify who did it or who did not do it. Especially when our justification is based on nefarious intentions to hoodwink the people, to collect more money and put in our pocket. We have the technology and we will teach it to everyone who wants to learn. This is an open invitation. I'm not hiding it. We will not teach it in public. We will not talk about it here. We have given it to a small team of IGs who used it in Victoria. And we are happy that at least we contributed something to send a signal to the enemy. That is what we will continue to do. That is the way we will continue to operate. I've told you people time and time again that those of you who have no knowledge on self-defense, wash your hands off it. There is even a time that you need to take a leave. JK, you need at least 3 months to be off Facebook. 3 months. And do a lot of work behind the scene. Stay out of Facebook for 3 months. 3. You might discover that the contribution that you are going to give in this struggle will be far more than all what you have done while you are on Facebook. 3 months. You yourself will realize how much impact you might have created within that 3 months. Than to make it a habit of coming online, quarreling with everybody, trying to justify everything. It doesn't help. If you truly want the homeland, it is not because I am the one saying it here, where you think if you do it, it means they will say you have listened to Dr. Kwanga. I'm saying for the good of the struggle, for your own particular good, stay out of Facebook for at least 3 months. And you will come back, if I'm still alive, you are alive, to confirm to me that the contributions you have done behind the scene far, far, far outweighs all what you are doing online. And this goes to others who are online, who have little or nothing to offer on Facebook, except lies or recycling of lies. Those who take old videos and pretend to make them look like new videos, or audios and pretend to make them look like new audios. Stay out of Facebook and stay out of all of this rubbish. I won't ask you to stay out of the struggle and do your contribution quietly behind. I stayed out for a very long time. And some of you people thought because I was out, oh, Dr. Kwanga is no longer on Facebook, he has sold. That is how you people are. And most people who are the first to always tell people they have given out, they have sold, always know that those are the first people who are going to betray the people. When you see people who always think that any decision that people do is based on money, be very careful with those people. Know that the least amount of money they will sell you out. Because every judgment they have is, how much money have you taken from the UNDP? How much money have you taken from this? Know that that is how they will sell you for nothing. The least amount of money, you are gone. So they're telling you, they're merely passing a message to you that they are ready to sell you for anything. That is why they think that you cannot make any decision that is good for the people if you have not collected money. If they don't see eyeball to that eyeball with that decision, and then you make that decision, and it's not good to the people you took monies, it's because they will be ready to take money if they have to make that decision. It will not be based on whether it is good for the people. It will be based on how much they have collected. This is my warning to each one of you. You stay out. Because that is the only way that we are going to free our homeland. We will not free our homeland through all of this nitty-gritty, where people want to claim responsibility for things they have no knowledge about. Most of you Ambazonians are people who go to church. Dojima Wojao means glorify God. That is what it means. We are glorifying God that we did not lose a single soul yesterday. So we are glorifying God. We didn't lose a single soul. But La République du Cameroon paid heavily. That is why we are glorifying God. And make no mistake, between worshiping, honoring, respecting God and equally following our cultures and traditions. Because everywhere, in Jewish land, in Russia, in every part of the world where religion has become part and parcel of the life of the people, they always use part of their tradition in worshiping, in quote, that supreme being. That is who we are. That is who we are. That is the type of people we are. And all of us know that. That is why there are some among us who are always concerned and will never take it lightly when any one of us clamp down on the church. Especially if the church, the traditional churches we have in our land, we begin to suspect that they are working on the other side. We are so hard on them. And those of us who have been born into these homes, these church-like homes, I don't want to call them Christian homes, we feel that it is an affront to challenge a cardinal, to challenge a bishop, to challenge a pastor, to challenge a moderator, to challenge the president of the Cameroon Baptist Convention, to challenge an evangelist, a man or what so-called woman of God. That is the way we have shaped ourselves. But I can assure you, the Ambazonian we want to be will not have that type of mentality. We will not. So it is important that we run down this discussion for today. As I said, I didn't prepare to come online. But I just want to make this very, very clear. It is for each one of you out there, whether you are activists or not, that this mentality of claiming responsibilities for things that you have no knowledge about should stop. If you know you do not have the inner capacity in you to go out and congratulate another guerrilla unit for what they might have done or have done against La République du Cameroon, you better shut up. Nobody is going to hold you responsible for not saying a single thing. But you will be held responsible if you go out and claim responsibility when you know you were not involved. You will be held responsible if you go out and try to cause more chaos. This is what brought me out here, that I need to put the record straight. And I've equally used this as a means to invite every other fighting unit on ground zero to take advantage of this new technological know-how from SOCADEF so that we can increase the cost of war on La République du Cameroon and its proconsuls. We will continue to sharpen this technology so that every time we move with more advancement, we'll make it available to those who have already learned from us what we already have. It is at your disposal. Make use of it, rather than try to play over the mentality of the people of Ambazonia. It is right there. You can use it for our own good. We will continue to do what we think is necessary to free our homeland. But I am equally asking each one of you, never you give in to those who come out and throw these lies. The moment you see it, call it out immediately. Because the moment you allow it to continue, you will let these lies play into the mindset of our people. Speak out when you think it's essential, when you think it's necessary, and when you think it's for the common good of the struggle. This is what is needed at this particular hour in this struggle. There is someone who wrote to me and said all what they need now is a ceasefire. In responding to that question, I want that individual to know this. You can declare a unilateral ceasefire, but you cannot get a ceasefire unilaterally unless as a component of a negotiated comprehensive settlement. That is how ceasefires are attained. That is how they are. As a prelude or as part of a package in the negotiation, you can enter into a ceasefire. The duration of that ceasefire, the monitoring of that ceasefire are all going to be issues that will be hammered out by both sides. But an individual side can declare a unilateral ceasefire. But a ceasefire has to be done by both parties. I've tried to explain this time and time again so that you people know the difference between a unilateral ceasefire and a ceasefire, and the advantages and when they can actually be implemented. That is how it works. There is always an advantage in a ceasefire because during that time, it will reduce the death of fellow humans. It will definitely limit the level of destruction. It will bring in a temporal peace, which is not what the people want. But by so doing, it will protect some lives. But you can't discuss that until it becomes part of a package. So that is the message I want each one of you to know. Continue to work for homeland. Continue to remain focused. Continue to put in your best. If any individual has something to offer, reach out to those you can reach out to them behind the scene. You can reach them by WhatsApp. You can call them directly on the phone. Don't use Facebook. And that is why I wrote to Comrade J. Carl that if he doubts anything and the strength of SOCADEF, he has his people here in Maryland. He should send them to come and visit me. And I will show them Let them see what they call technology. I have it right here. I'm not going to put it out there, but I'm ready to share it with them. Right here. But the people who benefit from it most are the young men and women on ground zero who are fighting to defend our homeland. And finally, before I go, I have this message for each one of you, the fighters on the ground. I've told you people before and I want to repeat it again. It is your duty to protect our people. It is your duty to show them love. It is your duty to let them know that we, you, the fighters, are better off than the other side. For they will remain your last line of defense. For if you continue to persecute them, you continue to treat them without respect. What happened to Idi Amin Dada a couple of hours ago in Momo is what is going to happen to each one of you. Those of you who understand what I'm saying know exactly what happened in Momo. What happened to Idi Amin Dada, that is his nickname, his fighting name, is going to happen to each one of you. Because the very people that you molest will be the ones who will sell you out. So you must continuously protect the people. Show them love and understanding. And that is the last line of defense that each one of us have. If you do not, the people will sell you out. La République will open fire on you. Your intestines will come out like his own. You will escape for hiding and enter somewhere to hide, and they will sell you out. And they will bring you out and they will put 2 bullets on your head and you will die. And they will make away with your corpse if you are not lucky. I have said this before and I'm repeating it again. The job you do on the ground, there are very few people out here who can do it. The difficulties you are facing, I for one, I fully understand it. I get it. I understand it perfectly. But that does not give any one of us room to treat our people in a way that is worse than what the enemy have done. We know that those people that we arrested, who came from the Bafor Traditional Council, we know very well that some of them belong to the CPDM, which is a political party of La République du Cameroon. We know where some of them, their allegiance stands. We would have held them, tortured them. We would have used them to ask for ransom. I know what Idi Amin was doing. I know what he did to women and children. I know. I won't talk about those here. But that is what we would have done to these people. But after interrogating them and coming to the conclusion that they are not a danger and we understand exactly what they were involved in, we released them back to their families with a stern warning to be careful when they venture into a war zone. Our whole homeland is a war zone, but there are particular areas where the war is actively going on. So that is the way I am advising and appealing to each one of you to treat our people. You have the right to arrest those you feel suspicious of. But after you arrest them and take them into custody, it is your duty to protect them. It is your duty to treat them humanely. This is what international humanitarian law demands. This is what our culture and tradition demands. Because these are our own people. And we will always need them. If you don't need them yesterday, you will need them tomorrow. You don't need them tomorrow, you need them after tomorrow. However, the treatment you give to proconsuls, which some will prefer to call collaborators, is not an issue for me to discuss here on Facebook. That is quite a different story at all. in interaction between our valiant guerrilla fighters and our very firm and courageous population. Thank you very much. And may you continue to be sustained by truth, to stick by truth, to always try to be truthful, no matter how difficult it is, no matter how many enemies you will make, no matter the insults you will get. Be truthful. It always pays. If it doesn't pay immediately, it will pay in the near future. If it doesn't pay to you, it will pay to your descendants. Be truthful. If you have nothing else that you can lean on truth. That is why we are still fighting, because we are leaning on truth. If we were fighting like the Republic du Cameroon declared war on us on falsehood, we would have lost long ago. It is that truth is on our side. We are the one who is complicating it. We are complicating things. Truth is on our side. And that is what each one of us should carry as we move forward. Stay safe and be strong as always. May God bless you, and may He continue to protect each one of you. And may our foreparents, whom we have never allowed to rest in peace, through our libations and our invocation for them to help us, may they truly be with us, intercede on our behalf to God, and stand with us as we continue to do the things we know are right and truthful for ourselves, our people, and our homeland. Thank you very much.